Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Mundane Matt, and you know what I love about America, right? I love the fact that America is the land of the free, the home of the brave, and equality exists here. You go to many other countries out there in the world, and that word isn't even in their fucking dictionary, all right? It doesn't exist in a multitude of other countries, but in America, we are equal under the law, and a lot of people out there tend to forget that. They try to put feels over reals and try to get people to play to different tunes depending on how oppressed you are as a person. Oppression Olympics is very much a real thing, and it's taken control, just control of college campuses, and it's fucking horrifying what's happening. But it does make for a good laugh. So over there at Scripps College outside of Los Angeles, which is a prestigious women's school, there is currently a campaign going on where some students on campus are trying to support Emotional Labor 101, which is a movement basically trying to say that white people, such as myself, should pay minorities for emotional labor. So if I ever ask, ask a minority or person of color or so on and so forth a question about their group, I should pay them for their time, right? So that whole fucking nonsense. It says here that emotional labor is defined as having to exert energy for the purpose of addressing people's feelings, educating, making people comfortable, or living up to social expectations. So if that's how it is, then shouldn't everyone be paying everyone for emotional labor? Don't we always kind of tailor who we are to make other people feel comfortable? I mean, it's not really a race or religious or gender thing. It's just common fucking decency, generally. Someone comes into your home, you're going to make them feel comfortable. You go to someone's home, they're going to make you feel comfortable. It's just a social norm that we all tend to partake in. But here they're basically trying to say, well, if you do that for a whitey, then that whitey better pay the fuck up, right? Unless they all come with that little card strip for their phone, no one's getting nothing because no one carries cash anymore. Just ask homeless people. They can tell you. But the point is, this thing is ridiculous. They're actually trying to push us. It continues to say, victims of emotional labor can be cornered in classrooms, on social media, or in social events. If you are constantly having to explain or defend, this could be you. Okay, so they're trying to, again, equate that to people of color and women, but that line can apply to anybody. People can get cornered on social media constantly. It doesn't matter what their race, religion, creed, gender, whatever the fuck. People will go after them online, and they have to constantly explain or defend. I mean, Christ, when Trump was running, you know, I'm very much an anti-Trump person, but I would sit there and be willing to listen to some of the things that he has to say, and I would be fair, right? And then people would be in the comments in my video, right, would be dicks about certain things, and then I'd have people coming to me saying, well, your audience is horrible, you need to take better care of them. Like, that's not my job. That's not my job. My job is not that. So fuck you. That's emotional labor. I should charge you. Hopefully you turn off that pesky ad block. The point is, it's so ridiculous to fucking even suggest that, especially when coming at it from a minority or whatever lens. It's just stupid. It goes on to say that you don't owe anyone anything at the expense of your mental health. Again, that's pretty much an equal statement across the board, not tied to one particular marginalized group or another. Oppression Olympics doesn't apply to this sort of thing. But the idiots who are running this Emotional Labor 101 campaign clearly want it to, for the sake of having that Olympics, having that king of the hill of who is the most oppressed. It does provide some tips, right, to avoid. Okay, saying here that minorities can refer to Google to look things up, call on professors and white peers to educate people, and even demand payment for telling someone off. So just imagine that you're in a conversation with somebody, all right, that's of a different race or religion or whatever, and you ask them a question about their homeland or their group or whatever, and they just say, hold on, let me Google it, and provide the answer instead of giving one based on their own experiences, which is one of the reasons why they're being asked in the first place. They are going to call upon professors to further explain that point, again, overlooking the aspect of the fact that they're being asked to provide their experience. Call on white peers to educate people, because nothing is greater, and I mean that sarcastically, nothing is greater than having one of those woke white people come around. Oh God, they're worse than born-again Christians. These are like the fuckers that are just like, everything is racist, everything is sexist, everything is homophobic, and they got to crank that shit up to 10 in order to make sure that you know that they're white, but they're woke. Okay, that they're an ally. Yet they still find some way to make it about themselves, right? One of the reasons why you find a lot of infighting when it comes to dealing with allies. People that are marginalized or oppressed, that claim to be at least, that want white people to get on their side. Oh, they love it when it works in their favor, but as soon as one person goes like, hold on, I'm a Newton bitte, I have a question about this, it's you the devil! You the devil! And they try to ostracize them and villainize them and demonize them and everything else in order to keep themselves on the top of that fucking oppression king of the hill. So that is very much where things are. It's hysterical. It says here, you charge for your services, because if you've decided you're going to do it, at least get paid. So if a person tells me off for making an off-color joke, or I ask the wrong question, then they can stop and go, I demand payment from you because you made me tax emotional labor. Yeah, well, it goes both ways, because I had to listen to your shit. So I had to enact my own emotional labor in order to listen to your bullshit, so you pay me more money. And apparently, if we're going to run on this whole, if it's a man and a woman situation and they want to bring up the fucking wage gap, then I'd be like, well, okay, fine. I will give you $1. You then have to, or we'll each give each other $1, but I'm only going to give you 77 cents. And you throw that back in their fucking face, because that's a load of shit too. This is just hysterical to me, that you can see that they're losing. You know that they're losing when they have to keep pushing this kind of thing. Look, I am under the absolute belief that we live in a free and equal country. But equality doesn't mean, equality of opportunity. That is the downside to it. I believe that we should all have access to the same resources and the same tools. I have repeatedly stated my views on equality, where we all should be equal in terms of education and getting it. All right, but we never are equal in terms of opportunity. And the reason why is because not all of us feel and think and want the exact same thing. And as a result of that, we're all going to go off in our own different directions. We're going to splinter from the pack. But because the echo chamber of that pack mentality is so high right now, nobody ever wants to try to move away from the herd. They never want to be their own individual person, because it's too easy not to. You're too indoctrinated not to, and you can just rely on bullshit like the the emotional labor 101 crap, so you can hope to get paid for your time. Well, if you're going to yell at me and expect me to pay you, okay, I might be a glutton for punishment, but I'm not a fucking masochist. All right, there's a difference there. I ain't going to pay you shit. I'm going to laugh in your face and walk the fuck off. If you want to send a bill to me, go right ahead. It's still not going to go fucking paid. Again, it's ridiculous to ask somebody to pay you for their time when it's a social debate. If it's on a stage and someone's organizing the event, by all means, fucking charge them out the ass to be there. Okay, but if you're just getting into a conversation with someone on the street, it's a conversation, all right? And if people get heated at it, doesn't mean no one's going to make any fucking money. It's just, but it's that entitlement mindset that comes from it. It's that entitlement mindset that is the most laughable thing here. So I don't know when college is going to get any better for people. It's been bad for a long time. Liberal colleges, at least, I mean, it like the last 50, 60 years, roughly. So it's not going to get any better anytime soon. I do think we're hitting peak stupidity, though. It's hitting peak stupidity because people out there are literally demanding money for just expressing their opinion on something or answering someone's question, right? Or, I said, the white woke people. Those are fun. Yeah, I'm telling you, like, when I have kids, I'm going to push them towards a trade school, because fuck this university college bullshit. But what are your thoughts on this, guys? I do want to know that. Go ahead and write it down in the comments below. Would you ever pay somebody if they ever, like, demanded money from you, if you got into a conversation in real life or on the internet and they were just like, they send you a PayPal bill? What would you do? I would just delete it and move on with my fucking day, but you might have different answers for that. Go ahead and write down in the comments below if you guys want to. Thumbs up the video, subscribe to the channel, share it around, check back often for more content from me. My name is, of course, Mundane Matt. I will talk to you guys later. Have yourself a great day. Peace out.